Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. So I have mentioned about my biological mum, but I haven't actually gone into any detail about my biological father. So I wanted today to come on and just fill you in with that so that you're getting this rounded picture of what and who and where I'm from. Okay, so let's go with our hinds feet and let's get started. Okay, so not actually much to tell on the father front. Basically, after having met my biological mum, I then went back through to Edinburgh, the good old faithful Edinburgh, and I had heard that he had died. So you get to look at these big massive books again, and I knew his name. That was it. That was the only thing I knew about him, and that he was from Port Glasgow, Greenock area. So I looked at the deaths and I found that, sure enough, he had died when he was 42. And in the book, it gave the information of who had signed his, who had come in to verify the body. So again, I had an address. Dun, dun, dun. So what do I do with the address? Obviously, typical Becky style. I get in my car, drive down, rock up at that address, and no holds bar, go in, go up to the door. And the house is pretty cool, actually, not going to lie. It's looking right over the River Clyde. The Clyde obviously comes down from Glasgow and then it starts to get broader and broader and broader. Port Glasgow, Greenock, obviously, tons of shipping, and the shipyards used to, when they'd made their boats, they'd come down and that's the way they'd leave. And so this house, turn round, face, amazing view, very high up, and just looking out onto this massive expanse of River Clyde, very wide. So anyway, person comes to the door, and it was a lady's name that was on the death certificate. So a lady came to the door and I said, "Are you?" And I can't actually remember her name. And she said, "Yes, I am." And I said, do you know an Ian Elliot? And it was like, yes. And I said, "I'm actually the daughter that he had." And she was like, "Oh, come in." So I got to meet, I suppose, my uncle and aunt, his brother. And the story goes that he worked on the shipping, the oil rigs off the coast of Aberdeen, and he used to would come back on, sow his royal oats, and then sod back off to the shipping. And so apparently he had, because of working offshore, drank a lot. His parents were, so my grandparents were alcoholics, and he then was an alcoholic, so he gave up his job, lost his job, I think, came back, and literally he died at 42. He had had a carry out. He died, and literally 2 days later the neighbours said there's a terrible stink. Police broke the door down, and he was sat there with his carry out, typical sort of Scottish thing, carry out at his feet. I think beer still in hand, and he had choked on his own vomit, and that was the end of him. So literally, coming from a family of alcoholics, no pictures, no nothing. His brother was like the black sheep of the family because he'd actually done well for himself, hence the house. He was a chartered accountant, and they didn't have any pictures at all. The brother didn't have any pictures of his mum and dad, and obviously a really bad been brought up in that situation, so cut all ties. So absolutely no pictures of grandparents or of my natural dad, which I'm not going to lie, is actually really hard, because you want to know if you looked like them, if there's any characteristics that were similar. So yeah, so that was the end of that chapter, because he was dead and there was no way I was ever going to be able to find out anything about him. So yeah, so that is the story of my real dad. But if you want to check out some more videos, please head over to my adoption videos. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to make this such a short one today, but I'm going to tell you, I am going to be looking at soul ties, what it means and how we cut soul ties, and how we cut the thing that holds on to us, and that is what binds us and keeps us being and not allowing God to be able to work in us. So we're going to look at that next time. So take care, guys. Head over, watch my other videos and check them out. Take care. Bye.